witchcraft that the shadow government has planted into our minds and our mentalities. And we know that our minds and our mentalities is our spaceships, and it allows us to travel in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. So whatever we're giving our attention to, that's going to be what we're spending our esoteric currency on. So when it comes to you developing a mind and you creating a mentality from becoming aware for the first time, building on that mind, so your awareness is like the substance that you need to be able in order to be able to build a sufficient mind, a sufficient spaceship, a sufficient mentality to help you sustain these astral travels, so you won't be running into asteroids and running into other people, places, and things, minds, and mentalities. So you can be able to steer your mind and your mentality in the right direction that can lead to the promised land. Instead of you going off the cliff that only leads that only leads this witchcraft ancestor the grandma was shaking ass in the back of the Nebuchadnezzar. So keep that in mind. So when it comes to mainly black people, this seed has been planted into our minds. I'm gonna use myself for an example, our minds, so that we have to, compete amongst each other. And there's no actual example down here to kind of help us and steer us in the right direction, where we actually help each other out and help each other build community, like the Masons and the Jews is doing when they came over here and invaded this geographical location and made people get down and lay down. So when it comes to us, because you got to keep in mind that teamwork makes the dream work. So when it comes to us as black people, it's kind of like this deep mental seed, this mental illness that was dumped on us. It's like this deep mental illness that was dumped on us. And we can see playing out nowadays when it comes to the industry, when it comes to things like business, entertainment, religion, and politics and things of those natures. Even if you kind of you're not going to see no type of black person in those fields unless they was picked. But just to get into these energies, just to get into how this crab in the butt witchcraft and spell was placed on black people and people in the black community, because you don't see nobody actually being an example and coming together and actually knowing how to build a community. Because first things first, the Masons and the shadow government don't want nobody being able to do that, especially if it's not, teaching or preaching the things that they are deriving when it comes to their indoctrinations or in their denominations, because they want to stay in power and authority over those energies. But when it comes to individuals, just like they looks like me and you are from the same background as us, the same background as me, the same background as you, from a suburban or urban area, you won't see many people coming out of these positions and being able to, strive or succeed or be successful, because when it comes to the community and the back and support of the people that come from the same background as you, like, okay, this person they'll be like, okay, this person trying to get ahead, this person trying to do something I never seen before, this person is doing something new, this person have their own original idea, and they start hating, or they'll even go to links to kind of throw you off course, to knock you off your pivot. So keep that in mind, because that's extreme crab in the bucket energy. And where did that come from? It had to spring from somewhere. So that had to spring from one of these Masons or these Jews space that they was in, creating these indoctrinations to get us lost into, to make us kind of act out these characteristics and act out these natures. So you got to keep that in mind as well when it comes to you being able to have your own independent idea and your own original idea and wanting to express that amongst others, because black people get so jealous. Every race have a piece of this. We all got these energies. We all got this in our bloodstream. We all got these, weak ass little dick dry twat energies swimming through us and streaming our sperm, egg cells, all those energies. So we're not just gonna be categorized in one race, but this is the race that's planning out this energy more on a percentage scale, more on a percentage level, plan out this energy of being crab in a bucket, because we see that many black people have been killed behind them being able to reach a successful position. And you can't blame nothing but yourself, because the Masons and Jews look at it like, okay, we pointed you in a direction to be able to get these fancy cars, to be able to get all this glamorous things, to be able to get all these things to, put you in the spotlight. And you can't really get mad at your own race, the own people that look just like you wants that, and don't have the ability to be able to get that for themselves. So they get jealous and they start killing, they start shooting, they kill you, they shoot you, they rob you, whatever, however it is. Crab in a bucket energy. So when it comes to people in the black community and black people in general and all races in general, we got to be aware of these energies, because these mental illnesses, we did not We did not come up with these mental illnesses. These mental illnesses was dumped on us, and the people that was carving out these mental illnesses and carving out these conditions for us to live in is dumping these mental illnesses on us and putting us in circumstances and situations down here. So we act out these characters, act out these energies, act out these personifications. So keep that in mind as well, because you will never be able to reach a successful position if most of the population, more of the percentage level of people, places, and things have this type of mentality and have these types of thoughts and ideas on their mind. You're never going to be able to reach all possibilities. These individuals are stuck into a bias. These individuals are stuck into a mental case. These individuals are stuck into their own ways. These individuals are stuck in being being, guided or guarded by an oversoul that doesn't want to see another individual come down here and be successful or be able to shed light or be able to help individuals out of that space, because that's a low vibrational space that humans are in, that humans are resonating in, and we don't have no business being in that space as a species. We don't have no business being in that space. We don't have no business acting out and killing each other and going to war against each other when there's bigger things in the world to actually be going to war against, that we need to be actually directing our energy towards and going to war and tearing down. But we are so small-minded and so stuck into this one little pocket of the universe, this one little pocket of existence, this one little pocket that is so hard for us to be able to move and change and be able to expand as a human collective consciousness. And it's upsetting for me and all possibilities to have to witness this, because at the end of the day, all y'all is gonna get, if it's up to me, y'all are gonna get fucking wiped out from the face of this earth. If I have to come back, I'm not gonna. I can't take these bodies no more. So I'm coming back as a big ass spirit. I'm coming back as a motherfucking atmosphere, a fucking hurricane. I'm gonna wipe all y'all motherfuckers out. You better believe it. I'm not coming back. I can't take these low vibrational forms anymore. My spirit has been through these cycles enough times to be able to expand and contract. So I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm letting the shadow government know right now. I'm letting people that's in power, that's in rulership know right now, because y'all are coming back to this hell because y'all created these things and y'all got blood in y'all hands. So y'all gonna have to see me and a couple other powerful spirits faces for the rest of eternity. You better believe it. And if you are a powerful spirit, you better believe that you got that type of power. You better believe that you're gonna be the one that comes and wipe out all this shit, because all this shit is finished. If human can't get on a level to be able to expand their mind so we can be able to play out more of those energies of being angelic, this whole existence reality for the next eon is getting right away, and you going to hell with them individuals or them spirits that's following those types of demons and those desires and agreeing to those terms and conditions on that level. So you better believe that. So when it comes to black people, just black people in general, coming, just their upbringing is it's crazy. And humanity is crazy. It's crazy out here, because like just trying to put yourself in a successful position, just trying to put yourself in a position of actually wanting to help people, you get stabbed, you get backstabbed, you get misguided, and it's nothing but a whole bunch of followers down here. There's nobody that's original. There's nobody that has their own idea, because it's nothing but a whole bunch of followers and people that just know how to follow the trend, follow the pack, follow the lights, follow what's convenient to them. So they kind of got us all in this spell. They kind of got all of us in this bind. They kind of got all of us in this space of not knowing what's actually true, and not knowing how to be genuine as a human being and as a collective consciousness. So we got to kind of fight for our genuality right now. We got to kind of fight to be genuine. And when it comes to you coming across a genuine individual, you got to it kind of varies, because you don't know how these people, what's actually going on in these people's mind. You don't know what's actually going on behind the scenes. You don't know. You can be seeing one image. They can be playing out one characteristic, one image, and then one to a third dimension. They can be putting on one face, but inside they just smiling. Because keep in mind that misery loves company, and we're going to be seeing all this energy being played out and being mostly portrayed through black people, the black community. And these are deep-rooted seeds that's been dumped on us from the shadow government and people that came over here and invaded because they got little dicks and dry twats and Madame Obliski titties and things of those nature. So when it comes to us being able to come together and utilize our creative gold and being able to build our own communities and banking systems, that's out the window this eon. That's out the window. We're not going to see none of that. That's all out the window, because nobody has the right mind. Nobody has the right intentions. Nobody has the right education system. Nobody has the right politics system. Nobody knows how to conduct business down here. Nobody knows how to do nothing. Nobody knows how to do nothing, just fucking sheeps and slaves. That's all you. That's all it is. Just sheeps and slaves. 90% of the fucking world, sheeps and slaves. And the 1% of the people that's controlling all of this, they can just sit back on their ass and just let us kill each other. Who gives a fuck at this point? Who gives a fuck? It's for the taking. It's a free for all out here. It's for the taking because nobody wants to actually be able to use their power and use their authority and use their fucking mind because everybody's fucking reprobated and retarded with mental illnesses, walking around with a fucking mental illness right now, don't know what's right for wrong. Here, coming and going the next day, it's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all got to stay spiritually protected. If you're a person that watches me and you're part of my, soul tribe, I'm not finna claim nothing else down here because all those other things are just idol worships. So we got to get out of that energy of idol worshiping too, because that's all they got us doing, and that's what they got us praising and upholding when it comes to their Jewish Masonic God. So when it comes to their Jewish Masonic God, it's jealous because they don't want to see a individual or a group of individuals coming with a better way that can help humanity. They can help you. We can help you. You need it the most. But y'all block us. Y'all block us from actually being able to succeed. Y'all block us from actually being able to, be the Goldie Hawns, be the Michael Jackson, be the princesses, be the real saviors of the world. Because we see what y'all got going on doesn't work. We see it doesn't work. So what's the point of you steady trying to update it and change it? Because you don't create so many men and women to act out these characters. At the end of the day, that's ungodly. That's unhumane. You going to hell. You got to know that you going to hell. You got to believe that you're going to hell. You got to go to sleep with that on your mind that you're going to hell. Just being in that space, just having those thoughts and feelings and having those ideas and thinking that that's the right thing to do, you're going to hell. So just understanding those energies and understanding what you're doing to individuals and understanding the blood that you got in your hand, and just all we can do is pray for you at this point. That's all we can do is kind of pray for you at this point because you're going to hell. You need help. You need real help. You need real spiritual help because you're a child. You're a child in the eyes of men, all possibilities and great spirit. Can't even use y'all words because y'all program these words to be kind of contradicting as well when it comes to utilizing this language and being able to utilize y'all oral traditions and y'all practices. So just understand that just understanding these energies and just know that it's just a whole bunch of crabs in the buckets. It's just a whole bunch of individuals waiting to hate, a whole bunch of individuals waiting to bring you down, a whole bunch of individuals waiting to Dr. Sebi you, and these individuals can look just like you because they're so lost into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. They're so lost into the likes and the attentions in the image or something. They don't know how to go to the actual spiritual space and be able to reach these points for themselves and be able to reach this space for themselves so that they can be a walking testimony and being able to share this information. And then these people are having sex with these types of ideas on their minds, and then they're bringing children into these worlds that was in that space, that demonic hellistic ass space that they was in, creating children. And those are going to be the next people that's going to be in this upcoming generation. So just nothing but a whole bunch of reproduction of demons and demon seeds. So keep that in mind. So when it comes to people like me and spirits like me, we're not going to be here for we're going to be here, but it's kind of like shit might just turn to fucking dust at the end of the day. Might just turn into some motherfucking dust at the end of the day, to be honest. It might just turn into some dust at the end of the day. And, just get expanded, just get comprehended up, get expanded up. And if y'all not trying to, y'all can just keep doing this shit over and over. I know how to go lay in the woods somewhere and die. I go lay in the woods somewhere and die. Fuck you talking about? God got me. All possibilities got me. I'm not trying to participate with y'all world because y'all just a whole bunch of fucking demons reproducing over and over, and that shit crazy. Y'all gotta stop that shit. Y'all gotta stop shooting all those fucking hormones and shit in y'all blood. That shit crazy. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop it. Stop. Shit. That shit crazy. But yeah, I just want to come in and talk about this real quick. A whole bunch of crabs in the buckets, especially when it comes to the Black community, because that's where I see it the most. Because once you get lit a little bit, once you get a little attention a little bit, once you start to be yourself a little bit, and it's not you're gonna attract a whole bunch of haters. You're gonna attract a whole bunch of niggers, You know what I'm saying? So gotta keep that in mind as well. Gotta make sure that you're not flocking with those same birds. You gotta make sure that you're not going down those same trains of thoughts and line of reasonings as those individuals, because you know that gets real holistic. That gets real demonic. So you gotta keep that in mind as well. But yeah.